dear. What's happened here? Where have all the fish gone? Stay tuned to find out more later on in the video. Cheers guys, catch you in a bit. Hi guys, welcome to my video. Big thank you to all my existing subscribers, and massive thanks to all the new subscribers that have joined the channel over the last few weeks. It's much appreciated, so thank you very much. Hope you're all well, enjoying some more freedom and enjoying what little sunshine we've had lately, although it's not been too bad. So I don't know if you've seen my upload last week there. Earlier this week, I had a bit of a disaster with the grow on. I went to work on Sunday and been at work for maybe 10 minutes, and I got a call from my mother just to say that there was something wrong with the grow on. The tank was absolutely stuffed with fish waste, and immediately I started to panic. I thought, oh no, what's happened? Anyway, a long story short, the pump that I had is totally sort of seized solid. The plastic round the impeller, where it goes inside the actual motor, it's overheated and expanded, and it's actually stuck itself to the inside of the motor. So yeah, that was a bit of a disaster. So the fish had to go sort of 7 hours without any filtration. Well, it was 7 hours that I know of, but then who knows what time the pump went off. I cleaned the filter at 7 o'clock the night before, Saturday night. Cleaned it at 7 o'clock, started it up, didn't notice anything too unusual. Pump started, water started flowing, checked everything was okay, left that evening, and then got a phone call next day morning when I was at work. So could have been any time between sort of 8 o'clock the night before to whenever it was, but judging by the amount of fish waste that was in the tank, I would say it would be not long after I left on the Saturday evening. It was just, the water was proper brown. I could barely see the fish when it came to netting them out. What I had to do was drain the water right down so that their backs were almost out the water, just so I could see them. And then obviously I was worried about what damage the ammonia levels would have done to the fish, but touch wood, they all look like they've pulled through the other side of it, and they're doing pretty well. So we'll take a look at those in a minute, and I'll just spin you around and I'll show you the new pump that I've just bought. So this is the pump I've gone for. It's the Aquaforte DM Vario S series pump. It's the 10,000 litres per hour. Originally I wanted another Evolution Aqua Vari pump, but as probably a few of you'll know, everywhere is out of stock at the moment, and Evolution Aqua were waiting on a shipment arriving apparently this week. So ended up getting this one. slightly more expensive, but needs must. So I'll give it a test and see what I make of it. I know that the Evolution Aqua pumps are absolutely brilliant. The watts compared to power output is what sets them above. I'll just see what this one's like, see if it can match it. It should do, because they're a very popular pump. So yeah, I'll get that up and running, and I'll monitor the wattage and energy consumption and just compare it to the Evolution Aqua. So I've got the 3 Evolution Aqua pumps running on the main pond. Got the drum running at 146 watts, the pump feeding the drum, which is a 20,000 litre per hour. The first 10,000 litre per hour there is running the shower that's in the pond, and the third one is feeding this return down here, which goes to the air source heat pump. So I've only got that set at like 7%, because it doesn't need to be fast to trigger out the heater, trigger off the heater actually. So it's better actually to have it slower, and it just makes it easier to keep the water at a good temperature. And then obviously I've got a second gravity return, which just flows back into the pond. So yeah, I've got my grown filled back up with water, gave it a little hose down, and I've got my media in here just doing a cleaning cycle. I've left it boiling for the whole time that the tank's been empty, just purely because the bacteria is dying, and rather than having it dying and settling in amongst the media, I've just kept it boiling, just so that when it comes time to put fish back in, I can just dump the water out, rinse it out with clean water, and then get it up and running again. Fingers crossed it should all be pretty clean and ready to start maturing again. Obviously I'll have to cut down the feeding to start with once the fish go back in. I would keep them out in my main pond, but unfortunately I think 58 fish in 12,000 litres is it's a big ask on any filter. I mean, I've got a drum filter running in the pond, but biologically I've only got 2 DIY showers, and I just don't think it's capable, and plus it's not good having 58 fish in 12,000 litres. It's just far too much. I'll go out and stick some food in and let you see them feeding. The pond is half covered, so you'll only see sort of a little bit of the fish, but I'd just like to see that they're all alive and all doing well. Catch you in a second. Cheers guys. So they're all in there doing fine. They're a little bit spooked because I've just lifted the cover off, but they're okay. I'm keeping feeding to a minimum just to keep the ammonia and nitrites down, and nitrate as well. I'll try to anyway. Obviously the fish are producing so much themselves without the food, so everything's getting pushed to its limit just now. I've got a special delivery turning up a little bit later as well, so stay tuned for that. I'll get cracking and get this grow on back up and running. Cheers guys. So there we go, that's it back up and running. And that rubbish on the bottom is what's came out of that shower filter. It's just like a silt. It's probably all the dead bacteria. I'll just run it for a few days just to give the system a good flush through before adding some fish back in. Got the pump running at 100% just to give the shower and stuff a flush out. Easy Pod's immaculate as always. Just a case of keeping the water turning over. I've put a trickle in as well. The water temperature is currently 12 degrees because it's just been filled out of the tap. Once it gets to around 19, I'll put the fish in. I'm not rushing it though, I'm just going to take it up a couple of degrees a day. So hopefully by sort of, it's Wednesday now, so say Sunday, should have the fish, well some of the fish back in here anyway. The ones that I want to keep to grow on will go back in here, and the ones that are going to be going to my friends will be staying in the pond and get some nice sunlight for the summer, and he can pick them up when he's ready. The one thing I will say about the so that's the controller, pretty basic controller. The cables for the controller and the pump are really good, tough, flexible cable. I should have showed you the pump before I set it up, but the casings and the fittings, even the base, are really poor quality sort of plastic. It's really nasty sort of cheap stuff. Whereas the Evolution Aqua, even though it's a cheaper pump, I would say it's a far sturdier unit. That's just my opinion on it anyway. It's probably not much in it, but I would say that the Evolution Aqua, and the fact that it's cheaper, I would say it's the better option. So that's my running height, running at the full 10,000 litres per hour. It's just below this centre line here on the grill. Some Deutsch Shoa and Queni Shoa. So I'll let them acclimatise for an hour, and then what I'll do is I'll put them in the bowl and add some pond water from the bowl, for the pond into the bowl, and we can have a closer look at them and give them a measure before they go in. I'll get back to you once they've acclimatised. They're curious to see what's going on anyway. Yeah, it's like Maya's, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Look at that one. Look how curly it is. Queni Shoas, and then scaleless Deutsche. Look at that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You tell them what you wanted.
Yeah, look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful.
That's a nice one.
This one.
Mm-hmm.
Scaleless one. Deutsche.
Right. Good size.
Yeah. A bargain. Lovely.
So where you plan on putting them into the shed once it's up and running?
Yeah. I'm going to leave them out for the summer though. Just so they get natural light so that it doesn't affect their colour, and then just put them in the winter. Centimetres.
Very old. They all fish on the meat, don't they? Same size.
16. Lovely little fish. About 15 again. 15 again.
That's that them all the same size.
Roughly. The first one I put in 16.
They were all born at the same time, really. In the town,
Aye.
in the shed. Beauty, aren't they?
I'm really pleased with them.
Eh?
I'm really pleased with them. Seventeen.
15 a day.
17.
Is it? This one, okay.
It's the same size as the first one.
They're going in.
No. Come on. There we go. Huh?
They'll get a lot of that. get the fish in enough. I like that black nose. I don't want to lose their colour. Hmm?
16-ish.
Take that big one. Right? Stay for a wee bit.